Barcelona raises the flag of refusal against Real Betis. The president of Rayo Vallecano responds to Barcelona's complaint about the pitch in an unexpected way. Barcelona finalizes its position on Chelsea's offer to sign Fermin Lopez. Unexpected comment from Rayo Vallecano's coach after the match against Barcelona. And before we start, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments about Barcelona's performance against Rayo Vallecano. And if you are a follower of FC Barcelona, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a like, and follow our page. Barcelona raises the flag of refusal against Real Betis. FC Barcelona has raised the flag of refusal against Real Betis, who approached them hoping to secure the services of young player Marc Bernal on a loan deal until the end of the current season. Marc Bernal has recovered from a serious knee injury, which kept him off the pitch for an entire year, and the player is now closer than ever to returning to match action. Barcelona protects Bernal, but a problem lies ahead. The Spanish newspaper Sport reported that Betis wanted to sign the player, but Barcelona refused without a moment of hesitation, as the Catalan club wants to control the player's development and gradually reintegrate him onto the field, fearing any relapse that could jeopardize his career. The Catalan newspaper also explained that Barcelona managed to keep the player away from the Spanish national team, which will participate in the U20 World Cup for the same reason. The German coach Hansi Flick, Barca's head coach, wants to handle him with caution, seeing him as the future of Barcelona's midfield in the coming years. The problem Bernal currently faces is that he does not yet have a squad number for the first team due to issues with registering new players. He may remain in this situation unless the club takes action before the summer transfer window closes to adjust the financial situation. It is also noted that Swedish player Rooney Bargi has not yet registered his contract with La Liga. The president of Rayo Vallecano responds to Barcelona's complaint about the pitch in an unexpected way. Martín Presa, president of Rayo Vallecano, commented on the widespread discussion about the condition of the Vallecas pitch, which will host the match between Barcelona and the home team on Sunday evening, in the third round of La Liga, in a striking manner. Presa refused to acknowledge the poor condition of the pitch, contrary to what several Rayo players had stated, noting that the Barcelona press and German coach Hansi Flick had also commented on the widely shared images showing the poor state of the grass. Rayo Vallecano president apologizes to Barcelona fans. Presa said in statements to Spain's La Sexta TV, "Our pitch is in perfect condition. Any player who wants to become a star must be able to play on any field and on any grass. Maradona used to shine even when playing in a swamp." Regarding the banning of Barca fans from attending, he added, "I want to apologize to them. We wanted to welcome them, but the nature of our stadium forced us to set up human barriers, not physical ones as regulations state. We decided not to allow the public due to time constraints and our inability to implement physical barriers." The Rayo president also said, "Joan Laporta felt disappointed after I spoke with him, but the La Liga president allowed us to proceed after I contacted him on Thursday. We love Barcelona's fans, and the doors of Vallecas will always remain open for them." Barcelona finalizes its position on Chelsea's offer to sign Fermin Lopez. FC Barcelona has finalized its stance regarding the offers received for its young midfielder Fermin Lopez, including a bid from English club Chelsea during the current summer transfer window. The player has become the subject of widespread debate in recent hours after the London club aggressively pursued his signing. The Catalan newspaper Sport reported that Chelsea submitted an official offer worth €65 million, aiming to strengthen its midfield with a high-impact signing during this summer's transfer market. Despite the seriousness of the offer, Barcelona's management dealt with it firmly, considering that the financial value does not match the player's importance within the team. What did Rafa Yuste say about Lopez's future? Barcelona's vice president, Rafa Yuste, made a brief statement on the Spanish program El Chiringuito, affirming, "Fermin Lopez is staying at Barcelona," closing the door on speculation linking the player to his summer departure. Will Barcelona consider selling the player? The Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo revealed that Barcelona is not considering selling Fermin Lopez unless an enormous offer exceeding €90 million is presented, a condition that makes negotiations nearly impossible at present. Additionally, German coach Hansi Flick and sporting director Deco have informed the club of their full commitment to to keeping the player in the squad. Fermin Lopez's stats with Barcelona. Since his promotion to the first team, Fermin Lopez has featured in 89 official matches for Barcelona, scoring 19 goals and providing 11 assists, which justifies the club's insistence on retaining him as one of the key elements of its future project. Unexpected comment from Rayo Vallecano coach after facing Barcelona. After the final whistle in Rayo Vallecano's match against Barcelona in the third round of La Liga, coach Inigo Perez appeared before the press with expressions reflecting the realism of the young coach and his deep admiration for what he witnessed from the Catalan team's performance. He spoke at length and in a frank tone about the difficulty of this encounter, confirming that it was the toughest in his coaching career so far, noting that facing Barcelona is not just an ordinary match, but a severe test for any coach or team trying to withstand a dominant force on all levels. Perez began his speech by saying, "When you face Barcelona, you must realize that you will be playing against a team operating on a completely different level. They don't give you a single moment of rest. They press you from start to finish, control the rhythm, and have players capable of making a difference out of nothing. I am frank when I say, this match for us was not just a round in the league. It was an exhausting test against the strongest team in Europe currently." He added, raising his voice slightly. Many talk about the teams favored in Europe, about major clubs in England, Germany, or Italy, but anyone watching Barcelona this season realizes they are a step ahead of everyone. They have a complete style of play combining ball control and fast attacks, tactical discipline, and individual courage, which makes them more dangerous than ever. For me, Barcelona is the top contender for all competitions, whether La Liga, the Champions League, or even the Copa del Rey and the Super Cup. This team lacks nothing. Perez touched on a key point, Barcelona's character on the pitch. What distinguishes Barcelona is not only having talented players, but also that collective character that makes you feel as if every player knows exactly their role, when to move, and when to retreat. You feel that everything is studied and organized precisely. The hardest thing for any opponent is that Barcelona combines youthful enthusiasm with the experience of certain players that give the team balance. Therefore, it is extremely difficult to find a gap against them. The Rayo Vallecano coach then paused to speak at length about the rising star Lamine Yamal, whom he described as a rare football phenomenon. Honestly, what Lamine Yamal does is unbelievable. We are facing a player who should not be measured by his age, because he simply plays as if he has spent 10 full years on the pitch. His ball control, decision-making intelligence, and confidence in front of defenders are all aspects that make us witness something extraordinary. As an opposing coach, I can only tip my hat to this young player who plays as if he was born to be a global star. If he continues at this pace, Lamine Yamal will very soon be at the pinnacle of world football and may dominate it for many years. He added about the rest of Barcelona's young players. It's not just about Yamal. Barcelona has a group of young players forming the foundation of the future. When you see this large number of talents with courage and creativity, and you consider that they will grow together within the same project, you realize we are witnessing a completely new era for the Catalan club. These youngsters have the ability not only to compete now, but also to lead Barcelona to dominate European football in the coming years. Perez continued, emphasizing that Barcelona has become a system that is hard to break. In the match, we tried to close spaces to stop the waves of attacks, but the problem is that Barcelona attacks from all directions, from the center, the wings, with long and short passes, and with continuous pressure on the ball carrier. If you lose the ball against them, it takes only seconds to find it in your penalty area. This level of discipline and attacking strength can only be found in one team currently, and that is Barcelona. The Rayo Vallecano coach concluded his words with great admiration. I am convinced that Barcelona is capable of winning all competitions this season. They have the coach, they have the captain, they have the fans, and most importantly, they have a group of players living in perfect harmony. It is very difficult for any team to stand against them. For me, facing Barcelona was a great lesson in football, and also a clear statement that this team is on the right path to writing a new chapter of glory. Facing Barcelona is not just a match. It is an experience that makes you realize what it means to play against the best team in the world.